about halfway through this 2025 rookie run with the World of Outlaw Real American Beer Late Model Series presented by Dirt Vision. Sitting down with driver of the 49, Jake Timm. Thank you so much for having us out here today.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
I wanted to, let's kick back to the beginning. When was the first time you ever set foot in a race car?
Oh man, well I started racing go-karts when I was 9 I think, and then moved to slingshots, and my first big car was a B-Mod. I think I was 12 or 13, and then yeah, it was all up from there, I guess.
Moving up from go-karts to B-Mods to A-Mods, how was that, process like?
It was fun. I mean, I never expected to make it to late models, that's for sure. Like all along, it was kind of just me and Dad did it for fun. That's how it started. And then, yeah, like when I first got it modified, I didn't win a race for like 5 years, so I wasn't very good for a while either. But then we started, when Dad retired, I ended up getting, I had the best equipment I had because he sold all his equipment, and then we got like one nice car and some nice motors, and I started running a lot better, and we ended up doing USMTS, and yeah, this is kind of what it turned into. Never expected to be here, but really excited and fortunate to be here.
Coming into racing after, your dad doing it for so many years, did you feel almost like more pressure that you have to kind of live up to, what he was?
Maybe a little. I don't know, not really. I wasn't, I started racing when I was still in high school and stuff, and I was big into sports, so I wasn't super into it.
What did I call him? I think I called him a golden retriever. He had the long curly blonde hair, he played football, he raced, he was a skater boy. He was kind of a confusing mix of personalities. After I graduated and I got done with sports, I was like, okay, it's either this or I'm gonna have to kind of get a normal job and play golf or something. So I started taking it more seriously, and then that's when Dad's like, all right, if you start beating me, then I'll retire and we can get you some nice stuff and maybe do some USMTS racing. So then the pressure was on to beat him all the time.
Emma, your wife, also very heavily involved in the racing as well. How did you guys meet? Tell me that story.
We're actually high school sweethearts. We met in high school.
So we met in chemistry class. He was not doing so well, and I don't think he really needed a tutor. I think he wanted to hang out.
So I went over to her house to get tutored. Didn't learn anything about chemistry.
But we hung out and kind of realized that I might like him. That's
how it all started. I think if you asked her then if she was going to be traveling up and down the road to dirt tracks her whole life, she would have laughed.
I would have been like, what is a merchandise trailer? I had no idea about anything really racing related at that time. I'd gone to Mississippi Thunder Speedway a handful of times with my friends, in middle school and high school growing up, but going there with, your boyfriend and having my future in-laws, owning the place was a little bit of a different experience, and met a lot of really good people right away and really fell in love with racing and, watching the person I love grow and get better and kind of turn it into what at that point we didn't know would be our whole life. So,
what was that like, you getting thrown into this family that owns a racetrack, and now your boyfriend, who then turns into your husband, is racing full-time, and I mean, you really just got thrown straight into it.
Yeah, 100%. I, like Jake, also spent my summers working at the track. He would be mowing and weed whacking, and I'd be cleaning the booths and painting, and I worked in the pit shack for a little while, putting wristbands on, so it became a really big part of my life really quickly, and I wouldn't change that for anything. I think probably kept us both out of trouble in high school too, because it was something to keep us busy, and there's a lot of responsibility there too. But yeah, now fast forward 12 years, it's definitely was for the best to get involved in that.
Running the Outlaws this year, first year with the Outlaws, what kind of went into that decision saying, okay, we're going full-time late model racing?
I don't know. I really wanted to try and do this like 2 years ago, and we were kind of set up to do it, but we had really bad luck, and I broke 2 engines right away, and then ended up breaking another one halfway through that season, the season before, and it just wasn't it wasn't financially feasible with everything we had to fix. So I kind of put it off for a year and raced modifieds and tried to build the program back up a little bit, and we had a good season last year racing modifieds, and I don't know, just this off season, I was just looking at the schedules, and it was a big jump. I felt like it was a big risk for us at the time, or during the off season when we made the decision. But I'm 28, I'm not getting any younger, and I was like, well, if I'm gonna do it, like now's the time to try and make it happen. So kind of just went out on a limb and sold some more modified stuff and got some more late model equipment, and here we are.
You also have a very big like family operation here with your dad being involved, Emma obviously being involved. How much more special and how much more fun does that make it on the road, knowing your people in your corner have your back?
I mean, it's huge. I wouldn't be here without all of them. Obviously, for sure. Like they mean the world to me. I really feel like I have like, honestly, the best support system in racing. Like, I don't know, I'm obviously biased, but just a lot of good people. My parents have supported me all along, and I mean, even like everybody at the shop, Dad's shop, Oak Ridge Fabrication, they all support me. My wife Emma, my mom, my sister, my brother-in-law, like they all root for me. And Jeff, I mean, Jeff's been a family friend forever, and now he's coming along, and Spencer and Lane. We got a lot of good people and sponsors and everything. I just feel very fortunate to be able to do this. Like there's a lot of different people that put into this to make it happen, and I'm just lucky to be the driver.
You touched on sponsors, Gorilla Mill obviously being your primary sponsor. Yeah. What exactly is it that they do? And I mean, you know where this is going. We have to talk about the Gorilla. We have to talk about Jerome.
Yeah. Well, Gorilla Mill, they make CNC cutting tools, carbide cutting tools, so M mills, drills, specialty tooling, anything you can think of for a CNC machine. They came on board like 4 years ago. I think this is their 4th year now, and I would not be here without them. They help us a ton, and they've been great. They're really good people, and just an awesome American company. Like I love Gorilla Mill. I love their marketing. The Gorilla obviously is awesome. Kids love the Gorilla on the car, and then now Jeff's taking advantage of it, and he's got the big Jerome suit, and that's always fun. The fans seem to love that too. So.
We just got really good feedback from that, and it seemed to kind of draw people in. You know, as a rookie and as someone who maybe isn't selling as much merch as, you know, the big guys running the tour, it was a way for us to kind of get noticed and for people to remember our name, even if they weren't, you know, purchasing stuff from us right in that moment. So it kind of stemmed from that Halloween costume, and Jeff had the idea, you know, we need to be bigger and better, and if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. So I believe he ordered that from China like 3 or 4 months ago. It took a while to get here, but when it came, I went to his shop where the apparel trailer is stored, and I walked in the door, and there is a 9-10 foot gorilla costume with a gold 49 chain, and he surprised me with it, and I was like, this is it. This is great.
Yeah, I feel very fortunate to have them as a sponsor for a lot of different reasons. I mean, they're great. Their product's great, so it's fun and easy to market, and obviously the Gorilla makes it just that much more fun. So more people know me as the guy with a gorilla on my car than Jake Timm right now.
That's not a super awful thing. Jerome's sort of become like a good luck charm for you as well.
Yeah, we haven't had a bad night since Jeff's been in the costume, so I hope you like it in there, because you're gonna have to keep it up.
Jerome's gonna have to make some more appearances.
Yeah.
Your shop here located on your parents' property. What was it sort of like building this and saying, hey, we're gonna put our shop right on a lake? Yeah,
so actually it was all, we were racing out of basically a 2-stall garage attached to Oak Ridge Fabrication, and like we didn't have the rig inside or nothing like that, just the cars. I'd say 6 or 7 years ago, Dad bought this place, and it was all swamp. It was like the areas you see out here that are swampy and marsh. It was all like that. So he brought a bunch of dirt in here and brought his toys over from the racetrack and like leveled it all out and had this place built. I didn't think he expected me to take up every square inch of the shop, but we have now. So I feel very fortunate that he lets me do that. But yeah, it's a super cool place here.
Yeah, this shop and the location is super awesome. We're so grateful for Jake's parents for allowing us to have a place like this to race out of and grow out of. And there was a time where, you know, all the merchandise was here and the hauler's here and everything's here, and it's so awesome to be able to work in a shop and step right outside and have this be your background. The dogs love it. They're always swimming. We get to take breaks and, you know, feel like we're not in a metal shop all the time. But yeah, it's really awesome. It's a a great place, and the scenery in Minnesota, Wisconsin is just beautiful too, so very lucky to have this place.
The dogs, you also bring Shiloh up and down the road. What is that's got to be challenging, right?
She loves it. She grew up, so she's 7 years old. She grew up coming to the racetrack when she was, I think, 9 weeks old was the first time we brought her to the track, and from there on we knew that it wasn't going to be too much of a challenge bringing her here and there, and she loves it. She doesn't sleep a whole lot on the road because there might be something she'll miss out on. So when we get home from racing, she sleeps really well, but she loves it. She's met a ton of awesome doggy friends on the road. She gets to go on walks with me every morning, and we kind of scope out the track every day. And, no, it's been really fun having her. She keeps us very busy.
I want to talk some more about, you know, the memories of your dad and the stuff on the wall as well.
I think right when we moved in, my mom put all those pictures up. That's like every year in my career, but it stopped when we moved in. We never added to it since then. And then that one of my buddies, Charlie Weber, Photos by Fizzle, he's a photographer at Cedar Lake. We had a really good weekend. I think that was the Masters, and he'd just send me those pictures for shop art. So that's the story behind that one. But the two, you probably can't see these in the camera, the two down there are probably the most special ones because those are during the COVID shutdown and everything. I don't know if you guys remember, but MTS is like the only track in the country to have a race. And so that, along with my best friend who was hitting for me at the time and everything, he passed away that February. So that was the first race since then. And I actually have like a mural of him. He used to race, he was in Victory Lane. It's like a picture of him waving a checkered flag in Victory Lane. That was on my hood. And that was the first night in that car, and we ended up winning. So those two are special. My buddy Tyler Rinkin, he got me those two canvases of that night. But yeah, those are probably the most sentimental ones up there.
2025, your first year with the Outlaws. What are your goals eventually?
Just honestly, this is where I want to end up. Just if I can maintain this and just keep building the team up and get better and better and stay with the Outlaws my whole career, I'd be happy. That's my dream. That's my goal. So that's what we're working towards.
An Outlaw Championship in the future?
Yeah, obviously. Obviously, that's always the goal.
Obviously, very confident in that, huh?
Yeah.
Jake Timm, fresh in the 2025 rookie campaign with the World of Outlaws.